I want to bet Arizona plus 7.5.
Yeah, I could probably get on board there.
Teams to lose by 17 points the week before versus teams to win by 17 plus points. The team that lost by 17, 113-77 against the spread, 60% last 20 years. Teams to lose by 28 plus the previous week, dogs by 4 or more points the next game, 115-72 ATS, 62% the last 20 years. Perfect NFL spot.
It's a great spot, and let's continue on with the trend of like the dogs are just barking. The longer the dog this year, the better that I have confidence in them winning the game straight up. It's these teams that
Did
are
that
getting.
happen last week? Was there another one?
The Seahawks were only 4 points.
They didn't win.
Giants did not win, but they weren't laying a big number. I don't know if we had anyone laying too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Broncos won straight up.
Oh right.
And then the Patriots didn't cover.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I'm in on that. Yeah, let's lock that in.
I like it. I bet it personally, but
so I'm just overruled.
Well, 3-1. We've always said consensus is 3.
Well, we try and find a 4, no?
Sure, but find us 4.
All right. I mean, if you guys want to bet on Kyler against the Niners,
would it make you feel better if Tim took the Cardinals as his pick and we went Saints as consensus, just so it makes the consensus look better because we are 4-0 there.
That's a good point. I mean, I wouldn't hate that. I mean, I just I appreciate the stats. Like, they're so real, and the numbers are the realest thing. Like, they're more real than what my eyes show when I watch football games. Like, I'm acknowledging that. It's just like we say 2 stats that have happened over the past 20 years in the NFL, and all of a sudden it's a good pick. I just don't know. Like, I like a 2-pieced argument. I want the stat, and I want you to tell me why Kyler Murray isn't going to fucking suck. Can you do that for me?
All right, I got it, Tim. I got it.
No, I'm asking Tim.
No. I want to take this one.
I don't want to.
The Cardinals have Kyler Murray. They drafted Marvin Harrison Jr.
You're listening.
You're
trolling. You're trolling. All right. No, Tim.
No. Okay.
Because I'm with the stats. I agree. It's a great spot, and the numbers tell you should bet this every time. Now, can you go?
So why wouldn't we bet it?
Can we go to the specific game? Can you tell me why Arizona's going to be able to compete with 49ers?
It's a fair ask.
So here's the thing, Casey. I appreciate your contrarian nature to say that's just a trend. What the hell does that matter? Tell me.
I'm not saying it's just a trend. I like the trend. I'm saying, can you give me the trend and then go into
I get what you're saying. Let me talk. God damn it. Yeah, because here's the difference, Casey. Because when I tell you about the 2 teams and I say, oh yeah, through 4 weeks, Kyler Murray, he had 1 good game, 1 bad game, 1 whatever. Then I go, the 49ers, they let the Rams come back against them. But then, oh my God, they got right against the Patriots. The reason why trends are helpful is because we're using a sample size of 4 games of teams that have played to different strengths of schedule, of teams that have to different amounts of injuries, to different amounts of travel spots, etc. So when we look at trends, especially 20-year trends that play off what the NFL usually the type of league it is, which is a sell on this team because they're playing well, buy on this team because they're not playing well. That is what helps guide something like this. So I can read to you that, oh yeah, Kyler Murray versus zone coverage, is passer rating increases. But to me, that is this isn't baseball where the team has played 7 months and 80 games.
What about like Kyler versus Shanahan or Brock against?
So you just want another trend. It's not that you want.
I would want something that then goes into the specific teams and players playing in that game. Like, it's not invisible character 1 playing invisible character 2.
No, but that actually is.
No, I know that's why the stats exist. No, I understand. I'm just saying, like, Debo, getting another week of health under him, like Trent, and I mean, I'm not going to start.
What about this, Casey? What about this?
Yeah, please,
Ayuk
something.
wore the wrong colored pants to practice, threw a fit.
Wasn't that last week though?
turmoil in the locker room? The
Yep,
vibes
yep.
are off.
But that
Vibes are
was
bad.
I would be with that, but that was
Vibes
before
are
last week,
bad.
right?
So the vibes are getting
man.
worse.
No,
What about this?
the
What
vibes
about
are
this?
fine
Kyler
now.
Murray launched a YouTube channel and he's been creating content. And he wants
all right, I
he
mean,
wants more views.
let's just no, Tim, whatever pick you want under your record, you get.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So if this is the consensus, it is what it is.
So like for instance, this Casey, right? Like so.
yeah, talk to me,
What
brother.
if I told you this?
Hold on, let him speak.
Purdy is 3-0 against the Cardinals and 3-0 ATS. That scares us, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Ready to hear the quarterbacks he played against?
Sure.
David Blau, Josh Dobbs, Kyler Murray once. So that's why that like something like that of like, oh, how's Purdy versus them? That doesn't help tell the whole story. A 20-year sample size of something that happens over and over again.
I'm with you. The stats don't tell the whole story because he played Blau and Dobbs and he beat Kyler once, but like it doesn't help the pick. You know, he hasn't lost ATS once to them.
But versus David Blau and Josh
I
Dobbs, and
understand.
he was
Dobbs
laying.
was hooping back in the day, and one was Kyler.
Stop.
Okay, like
No, I'm with Casey because I have felt this way as well. Why do I care about a 20-year sample size for one game that is different rosters and different? And so I think we use trends to guide us somewhere, and then we go deeper into that game and see if they apply. Now, here's where I'll give you some information. I like that Arizona is familiar with San Francisco. I think one of these trends is less likely to apply with a team that doesn't see them as often. So why is Lamar like I'm sure you could have named a million spots why the Cowboys were a great, pick against Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, but Lamar owns the NFC, and it's because he's the type of player that is so unique and impossible to prepare for. This is pretty cut and dry. Brock Purdy's not doing anything crazy. They've Gannon's now seen Shanahan
literally
twice.
have been praising the way Brock Purdy has been playing this season.
He's awesome. It's in the line. We're getting
I
the hook.
understand, but you
We're getting
just said
Arizona,
Brock
who's
Purdy's
lost.
not doing
We're getting
anything
Arizona.
crazy.
It's just a good spot.
Okay.
It's just a good spot. I don't think it's an overwhelming spot that like this line's off by 4 points and Arizona should only be dog to 3 points, but it's just a good spot. So let's just play the numbers.
Casey is like, this is what you want to hear. Like Arizona offense, they're 12th EPA per play on offense, 12th in the league.
Yep.
Okay. So, good passing offense. And then on the other hand, they're one of the worst rush teams EPA on defense. Obviously the 49ers want to run the ball. So like,
yeah,
there's two sides to that coin. And
well, I feel like you're just giving me more stats on why I love the Niners.
Why didn't you like Arizona having a top 12 offense?
Well, top 12 isn't like overwhelming, and then they were awful against the run. We saw what,
but they're not.
They saw what they did against the Jets.
They're not supposed to overwhelm anyone.
Do you think that? Do you think?
7.5 point
I just feel like every stat since the big
Casey,
blowout versus the non-big blowout has been a supportive stat for the Niners.
This is really good. Where do you rank San Francisco in the scope of the NFL?
2 or 3.
2 or 3. Where do you rank Arizona?
In the high teens.
High teens.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think normally a team would be 7.5 point favorites, 2 or 3 down to 17? Like you're not even saying Arizona is one of the worst teams here. Yet we're getting, if I'm not mistaken,
what I'm more curious
the biggest
is
number of the week.
Does anyone know why Arizona shat the bed against the Commanders? That just seems a little concerning to me. And if someone could just explain that and be like, they'll be better, I would feel fine about it. It's just like, how does Kyler look so frazzled and bad against such a bad Commanders defense?
Because Casey, this is a week-to-week sport.
I understand.
And then he looked great against the Bills.
Yeah, and we just saw Lamar. The Bills defense isn't that good.
All right, we're locked in.